Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mogi Beth, and today we have a video that y'all really like. It's a what sold video. I'm actually at home. I decided to stay home a little bit today just because my dog is sick. He's been sick for like a week now with kennel cough, and we have not slept for like a week because of it. So I came back home and took a nap. But today I am going to do a what sold video. Over the 3-day weekend, yesterday was Monday and the post office was closed, so I did not ship. I shipped all of this stuff out from Saturday, Sunday, and Monday today. And I just wanted to share with you what those things were. Honestly, y'all, I am not sharing this video because I'm super proud of these sales. I am somewhat disappointed, honestly, with the sales from this weekend, and I think it's okay to be disappointed in sales. I am going to tell you that on Friday, I had a 0 sales day, and I know the correct thing to say in this situation is that that happens to everybody, and it does. For the most part, but I think the point of entrepreneurship is that you're not placed in a passive role, right? Like in an employment, you aren't given full agency over your situation, but when you're in an entrepreneurial role, you have so much more agency. There's so much you can do. There's so much you can play around with and be creative with and try to, grow and to change and to pivot and evolve. And so a no sales day to me is an indicator that I need to start doing that. So I'm going to talk at the end of the video about some things moving forward that I'm hoping to change about my business model. But I just want to say that these sales, some of them are good, some of them I just didn't sell as much as I wanted to this weekend, and that is okay. I want to show y'all the full spectrum of what being full-time looks like. I don't want to only show you the best sales weekends. So, some of y'all are probably going to watch this and think, oh, you had great sales, but when you're full-time and you have overhead, what's great is a little bit different. So without further ado, let's get into this what sold video from the Columbus Day weekend of 2019. Okay, so like I said, I had 0 sales on Friday. So when I woke up on Saturday, I had 2 great offers, and I was so relieved by that. The first was on this Madewell double-breasted coat. It is a size 14. I purchased this a year ago, and it has been sitting in my closet for a while. I was hoping that it would sell last year, and it didn't. It did receive a lot of interest. I think there were over 40 likes, but I realized by March that it wasn't going to sell, and so I knew it would probably sell this year, and it did, luckily, and it sold for a great price too. So it sold for $130, and I'm happy with that sales price. And yeah, I would pick this up again for sure. I think plus size Madewell is great. It's unfortunate that it sat so long. I think it sat long because I probably listed it a little bit high, and I listed it at kind of the end of the winter period instead of the beginning. So yeah, happens, but I'm glad it sold now. So pieces like that are over $100, I'm definitely willing to sit on longer. It's pieces that are under 25, 30 that I want to get moving. Like, I only really want those pieces in my closet if they really are gonna start bringing in traction and start bringing in some, cash flow. If those pieces sit for a long time, I get really, I don't know, I'm not happy about it. So, but on a piece over $100, I'm willing to be patient with. But the next piece was in a recent thrift haul. I think I listed it while I was at Posh Fest, and so it sold pretty quickly, and it's one of my favorite brands right now all time. It's Veronica Beard. I bought this through retail arbitrage, and I sold it for a great price of $125. Super happy with this sale. This is definitely a piece I would pick up again and again, and I'm super happy. I'm super happy that I picked it up and it sold quickly, and it's probably maybe my favorite sale of this whole weekend. So yeah, definitely Veronica Beard is worth paying up a little bit for in in a retail arbitrage situation or in a consignment store, buy, sell, trade store, what have you. Veronica Beard is really, really a great brand right now. Okay, the next sale is another coat. This is Anthropologie Tabitha. I listed this probably a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. And I, actually had it listed for $45. It sold for $25. I probably wouldn't pick this up again. I talk about this time and time again, but I am really cooling off on Anthropologie. This is definitely an older piece. However, it is a coat, and coats are doing really, really well right now. So I expected it to sell, fairly quickly within a month and a half, and it did. $25 isn't the worst price, but I accepted that offer because I'm just ready to get it out of my closet and get it moving, and I really didn't want to end up in a situation where it's March and I haven't sold it. So I accepted that offer, and nope, I would not pick that up again. I think it's a beautiful color, a beautiful coat, but older Anthropologie I am passing on from this point forward. Okay, and then I had a bundle sale of 2 items. One is a Free People batwing sleeve blouse that I think I featured in a haul recently. And yeah, I probably listed that a month and a half ago as well, maybe a month ago. And it is an older Free People piece. I think the style is super cute. The person who bought this is totally gonna rock it. But unfortunately, I probably wouldn't pick it up again. And then the other piece was an Anthropologie Sleeping on Snow new without tag piece. And I like this piece a lot, honestly. I think it's also kind of in the Madewell category where I listed it at a bad time, kind of in the beginning of spring last year. So I think that's why it sat until the fall, but I would probably pick this up again just because it is a newer Anthropologie piece. Sleeping on Snow is still a pretty good brand. I would pick it up again and expect probably $35 to $45 for it. So if you get it for a good enough price, then it's worth it. So the next is another, this is a cape, but a similar kind of construction of Anthropologie, new without tag, newer style. This is high, and it did have a small flaw on it, I believe. And I listed it around the same time as that Sleeping on Snow piece, I think in February of this year. So it was, kind of the beginning of the springtime. I think if I would have listed it in October, I would have sold fairly quickly. But I like this piece. I don't know if I would pick it up again. Hi used to be such a great brand to sell. I used to love finding Hi, but now it's just really kind of cooling off. I think this is a really cute piece, don't get me wrong. I'm, not mad that I picked it up, but I just don't unfortunately think I would pick it up again. So Hi is just one of those brands within the Anthropologie line that I tend to skip on now. So sold for $28, not bad, but unfortunately, just not worth sitting on for almost a year. So the next piece is a pair of frame denim jeans. These are a skinny leg, distressed. I think they're a mid-rise jean, so that now would give me pause, but they did sell for a pretty good price, $39. I'm not mad at that at all. And I think they're a great wash, and I like the distressing detail a lot, and they were in excellent condition. But I tend to pass on low-rise, mid-rise jeans now. I'm a high-rise gal, and sometimes I'll pick up mid-rise if the brand and everything is great. But I think most people are really looking for high-rise now, so that's the way I tend to go. Comment down below if you are someone who likes wearing low-rise or mid-rise jeans, and let me know your favorite brands if that's the case, just because it's just not the way that I like to wear jeans, but I know there are people out there who do. So, maybe it's a case where I just need to expand my thinking, but I do know high-rise jeans are just in higher demand in general. So, I probably wouldn't pick these up again, but I am not happy with this sale, and I still do really like frame. So, I think this is a good example that frame would have sold for more, 2 years ago than it does now, but still a good sale. Okay, moving on. This is an example of jeans that I am really happy with. This is a Reformation pair of jeans that I bought at a buy sell trade store that was in, I think, my buy sell trade haul. They're Reformation Julia high rise cigarette jean and a size 30, and they sold from an offer to like her for $72 plus free shipping. And I am super happy with this sale. I really like these jeans. I really like this brand. I would definitely pick it up again, and it sold fairly quickly. So yeah, this is around the category of jeans that I am going to source in the future. Okay, the next sale was a pair of Jack Rogers ballet flats. Jack Rogers is a brand where the sandals, especially certain styles, do really well. The flats don't do as well in general, but they do sell fairly quickly. I think I listed these 1 to 2 months ago, and so, you know, the fact that they're moving is good. I don't know if I would pick these up again, but you know, I'm happy with this sale. I would probably just tend to be a little bit pickier with Jack Rogers, and definitely check comps in the store with Jack Rogers in the future. I do like Jack Rogers booties. I think they sell pretty well, but with flats especially, I would just, you know, mental note, check comps next time you see them. But $28 with a shipping discount isn't bad. I'm not mad at that sale. Okay, so the next sale was a Madewell sweater that I featured recently in my Phoenix haul, and I love this sweater. I think whoever receives it is really gonna like it too. Super happy with this sale. $45 plus free shipping. That's what I tend to do when people initially like anything in my closet. I tend to send out a 10% off plus free shipping discount. Sometimes I'll do 20% off, and then over time I'll start to change that. But initially that's what I do, and that was a good deal for somebody and they accepted my offer, and so this accrued a lot of likes in a shorter period of time, so I knew it was going to be a pretty good piece. But Madewell sweaters are really good right now. I think I've mentioned that several times in other videos, but just something to keep in mind when you're at the thrift store or when you are in buy sell trade, wherever. I wouldn't necessarily pay up for Madewell sweaters, but they sell fast and they sell for pretty good, decent money. So the next one was also from that same haul, and I love this sweater. It's a Sandro embellished rhinestone sweater. It listed it for $100, and I was sending out offers, you know, for $90 and plus free shipping. Someone countered with $70, and that was good enough for my margin, so I went ahead and accepted it. Super happy about this sale, and I would definitely pick up this sweater again. I love Sandro and do want to incorporate more of it in my Poshmark closet. Okay, the next sale was a pair of Ann Taylor heels. These were actually given to me by my grandma. My grandma really likes to go to auctions and purchase things at auction, even though she's trying to downsize and get rid of stuff. It's just her hobby. So the last time I saw her, which was July 4th, she brought me this box of shoes, and she was like, here you go. And I was like, I'm about to go to Portland. I don't think I can take this, but I took like 4 pairs of shoes, and this was one of them. So they were free to me. They sold for $25. I wouldn't pick these up in the thrift store or anything, but you know, I'm glad they sold, and they are in excellent condition. So I think whoever, you know, purchased these will really like them. But yeah, I wouldn't. $25 is just not my sweet spot anymore. I'm really kind of aiming more for the $45 and up, but you know, I like this sale, and I'm super happy that they sold, and it's 20 bucks in my pocket, so you know, I'm not complaining. But no, I don't pick up Ann Taylor shoes typically, or Ann Taylor in general. So the next sale, okay, this was a retail arbitrage situation that I regret. And honestly, I don't regret a lot of retail arbitrage that I do. I regret thrift purchases way more often, but I tend to be more selective when I'm doing retail arbitrage and really check comps and really do my due diligence. And And I did check comps on these boots. So I had 4 of these and 2 of them have sold. I think I purchased them in the same time around last year, maybe January, February, listed them kind of at the end of the season. And generally when purchasing retail arbitrage, you want to really make sure you're placing your bets as safely as possible. So you're buying styles and trends that aren't necessarily going to go out of style in a year, or you're buying trends that are just really hot right now and you know are going to sell. With gray velvet booties, how many people are buying gray velvet booties? I think they are fabulous, and I applaud the people who are stylish enough to incorporate these in their closet. But generally I want to stick toward more like staple pieces, so like leather booties, brown or black leather booties. And since and with retail arbitrage, I highly recommend not buying tons of a certain style. Really diversify your purchases. So buy 1 gray, you know, 1 brown leather, 1 black, and then that way if, you know, it turns out that one style doesn't do very well, you're not going to be, you'll basically mitigate your losses by diversifying your retail arbitrage choices. So I regret this. I regret this purchasing. I think I got cocky because I had Franco Sardo booties. I found a really good retail arbitrage situation when I was in Wichita for those, and I sold a lot of really cute suede ones that were black and brown. So I thought, okay, why not gray velvet? And well, this is why. But these sold for $35. So I basically I didn't make a lot of money on this sale at all, just to be frank. And I just was like, okay, they've been in my closet for a while and I need to get them moving, or I need to figure out something to do with these. So when someone sent me an offer for $35, I just accepted and moved on with my life. But I still have 2 in my closet, so I will be figuring out what to do with them. Okay, so the next sale was in my last haul as well. Love this brand, loved this purchase, love this sale. This is what I want to be doing from, you know, this point forward. Girlfriend jeans. They're super cute with that released hem and that side slit, and I like want to see the outfit that the person who bought this is gonna wear, because I bet it's gonna be so cute with these jeans. They sold for $120 from an offer, and I happily accepted them. Okay, and then the next sale was another one that has been sitting in my closet for a long time, I think since January, or maybe longer, and it is a Soft Surroundings duster cardigan. I was really hot on Soft Surroundings last year, and I'm done with Soft Surroundings now. Not because it's not cute, and not because it doesn't sell. It certainly sells. I think it sells even better on eBay. But by the way, these are just my Poshmark sales that I'm talking about today. But Soft Surroundings is just a brand that doesn't align with kind of my core target market that I am trying to tailor my closet towards. So it's just a brand that I'm no longer going to really be picking up. I'm thinking about, like, if I find cute Soft Surroundings pieces, doing some kind of mystery box, because it feels like I have to pass up. When I do a curated closet, it feels like I'm passing up, you know, potential gold mines all the time. So if that is something that y'all would be interested in, let me know in the comments down below. I know a lot of other resellers do mystery boxes, but because I'm now not picking up certain brands, not because they don't sell, but because you know, they just don't align with my aesthetic, I think it might be an interesting opportunity. So just let me know. Okay, so the next sale was one that I really like. These are Donald J. Pliner combat boots. I really recently just listed these. They were only listed for a few days before I got an offer for $65. I think she initially sent me an offer for $50. I countered at $75, and then she countered at $65, and we landed there. I had them listed for $100, so I was really kind of hesitant to accept $65, but because I paid a really good price for these and was gonna, you know, stand to make a good profit from 65, I decided to go ahead and accept. And I think I'm very happy with this sale, especially since they sold so quickly, and I would definitely pick this up again. If I could have, if I could have some kind of Donald J. Pliner boot hookup, I would take advantage of it 100%. That is exactly what I want to be looking for right now. So super happy with this sale. My last sale of the weekend were these Everlane pants. I think these were also in a recent haul, and they're mid-rise Everlane black jean. You know, I talked about how I'm not picking up many mid-rise jeans, but I think with certain brands that are in really high demand like Everlane, I'll make exceptions for, and this proved to be, you know, one of those exceptions. But I really like, you know, this sale. I would definitely pick these up again. They sold really quickly, so yeah, definitely not a bad sale, not a bad buy, and I would pick it up again. All right, y'all. That is my what sold over the weekend. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you like, wow, those are great sales, or are you more like me, like, dang girl, you gotta get your stuff together? You know, I think it's just really interesting how we all have different perspectives on, you know, where our business should be, and this is just not where my business should be right now. So what I plan to do in the future in terms of sourcing and working and listing is only sourcing items that I think are generally, with the exception of shoes, generally going to sell for $50 or more, or are going to sell within 2 weeks. Those are kind of my guidelines. I'm also only picking up brands that I think are really trendy and really in high demand right now. And I am willing to pay up, and I'm willing to, you know, look into more creative solutions. So someone asked me on one of my previous videos, what is retail arbitrage? Retail arbitrage is going to any retail store, online or in real life. I tend to think in real life is better. And finding things that are on sale that you think you can sell for more online, and that's really it. You could literally go anywhere, and in Wichita I did. I literally went everywhere. You can go to boutiques, you can go to you know, Nordstrom, you can go to Steinmart, you can go TJ Maxx, you can go anywhere where they're selling clothing, and look at their sales racks and look at their clearance racks and say, okay, it may not be selling in this, you know, particular market or this particular town or whatever, but if it was opened up to a broader audience online, it might sell. And if you have a keen understanding of what brands are selling and what trends are selling really well, and if you have the ability to look up comps, then it's really easy to do retail arbitrage. It just might take a little time to figure out where your like honey holes or whatever is, and you might have to be a little bit more creative, but I love it. And that's really where I'm heading my business, in that direction more and more. I am done picking up things just because they're a good deal. I am instead being much more intentional with my purchases and making sure that they are pieces that I love and are proud to stand behind. And if they do take a year to sell, I'll be okay. You know, I'll be happy with that purchasing decision just because I do love the piece. It just makes it a little bit difficult because I am trying to move a certain amount of volume, but I still want everything I sell to be something that I love. And I think, you know, this weekend it kind of proved that to be true, because my best sales were definitely ones that I was most excited to find, and I made a really good profit off of them. So that's more the direction I am heading. I also am very much committed to cross-listing. I haven't done it much yet, but I think that is also 100% the future of my business. Is I have been a primarily Poshmark reseller, and I am expanding. I'm going off to eBay and Mercari, and you know, potentially onto Instagram. I'm exploring all options just because I think when you have a solo person venture that, you know, has limited resources, you need to be as diversified as possible, not only, you know, with certain brands and certain, you know, styles and categories, but also with different platforms that you're selling on as well. I think Poshmark is great, but it's just not always as reliable. No one platform is 100% reliable. I think diversification, just like you would diversify a portfolio, I think you need to diversify your reselling portfolio. So those are really kind of the two prongs of my business plan that, or my business model that I'm shifting more towards. And I'm hoping that will prove to be successful in the rest of this quarter and the rest of this year. I think new with tag is really a good idea right now. If you're going to take the risk on new with tag items, now is the time to do it. And I think I really just want to, another thing is I need to be listing more. List. I need to list more every week. And if y'all have any tips for how you motivate yourself to list more every week, let me know in the comments down below. I am going to start using List Perfectly more. I think it's a really fabulous tool, and I'll link it down below as well. I don't think I have an affiliate link or anything like that, so if you just want to click on that and check it out, I love List Perfectly. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful to you. It's just giving more of a kind of a picture of where I'm at in my business, and I hope, in a week's time, in a month's time, in a year's time, I will be in a better place. But we'll see. All I can do is try and grow and evolve and keep trying new things. So thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all so much. If you haven't yet, please hit subscribe and click the thumbs up button. I will be back, I think, later this week with another video. I am thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I'm trying to figure out my YouTube schedule, so we will see. But I will be here regularly, so I will see y'all in the next video. Love you so much. Bye.